Are going into their second week of being inside the house all day with each other. And while being quarantined is a must during these times, it can test any relationship. So counseling specialists Erica and Philip Wassier are here to give us some tips on how to cope. So thanks for being with us. And I want to ask you first how you all are dealing with being quarantined as a family.
We're crying 24 hours a day and just holding on for dear life. No, we feel very fortunate, right? We have room, we have a home office, we have our kids here with us, our dog. We're plugged in, and we feel very fortunate. But we do face our challenges just like everyone else, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, my husband and I are doing great too, but I definitely felt some tension yesterday. So, what are some ideas to get along with your spouse when everybody is filled with anxiety?
Yeah, no doubt. One of the biggest tools we're teaching right now, because it certainly is showing up in our office, our home office rather, is first and foremost to really know your mood. When things are great, just like Phil said, things can be great, but because we're sort of all so close together, when we sort of bounce around in our different moods, whether it's anxious or panicked or grouchy or cranky, that's the time really to first know that you're in that space, that headspace, and two, to really take a proactive step, if you can, to step away. Whether it's sequestering into the bedroom or going outside, anything you can do to sort of separate yourself from your sort of, whether it's your family or your spouse, it really can help just set your mood in a different place.
Yeah, I mean,
even just 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's just a little bit of space. Do you have any suggestions about what activities you could do on your own to get some of that space?
Well, like Erica was saying, if you can go into another room, that's fantastic. And that's actually something that we're having couples do as far as to try and help keep the relationship tight, right? So that, okay, hey, I noticed that you're feeling a little edgy, things are a little tight. I'm going to set up a bath for you, or I'm going to set up something else that you like, and I'm going to go sequester myself, in a broom closet if you have to give your partner space to be able to have the apartment here, here in San Francisco, which is often the case, or where you are in Manhattan. But really making that effort is critical. And then when you're in that space, breathe. So for some people, physical activation, like Brooke was talking about, something intense like push-ups or stretches, but whatever you're doing, breathe, because breathing brings the nervous system down, calms things, and gets you in the headspace to get back in the game of, quarantining with your family.
Yeah, exactly. It's not easy. And I know we're a little bit tight on time, but what are some ways couples can keep the spark alive during this time?
Well, so I think there's two pieces to that, right? That what is spark? Spark's the connection, and then there's also what we're talking about is being, physically intimate or sexually attracted to each other. Something to remember is that, when we first get together, we do lots of things for our partner, right? We're thinking about them, we're sending notes, we're buying flowers, we're doing all of these things. We're also taking care of ourselves. We show up, we bring our A game, we're dressed well, we behave well, all these kinds of things. You don't want to treat this quarantine situation, unless someone's actually sick, as one long sick day, where you're just in your sweats and you're not showering and all this kind of thing. Keep it up, keep it alive. Maybe even treat it like some extended date where you have time to bond.
I love that, because I just said, hey, let's just shower and get out of our pajamas. That's like the most important thing we can do right now. Erica and Philip Wassier, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. Thanks, Amy.
All right, bye-bye. And coming up next when we come back,